Welcome to episode 3 of moving the anime room to the new room. This week we're going to be trying to do a few like house cleaning things, but by getting the rest of the anime figures in there. One thing that we're not going to be able to move just yet is the Funko Pop shelves. So the Demon Slayer shelf and the Attack on Titan thing. And I'll explain why later, but they're going to actually be on the other side of the room. So they won't actually be able to be displayed yet. So they're going to be the last thing we take in there. Also, the manga will be the last thing we take in there. So the main thing is going to be the quintuplets. Everything up there we're going to be taking on in there. And then everything over here we're going to take in there. And then all the Love Live stuff, which is over there. So we're going to get on with that. I'll give you some updates as I go along. Kind of be like last week. If you haven't seen the other 2 videos already and you want to kind of catch up, there's 2 more videos out. One of me explaining what we're going to be doing. The other one is me going over the first half. So like the Runner Girlfriend stuff up here is now gone. You can see this shelf is pretty much empty except for a box that's up there. That'll be that's already in there, as well as some of the like the Miku stuff and just some like all the freeing stuff is gone. You can see that shelf up there is empty. So we're making progress. But this week we're gonna try to get every anime figure out of here into there, and then start working our way through more stuff. So anyway, I will return probably in a day or 2 when I have all the anime figures in there, or I encounter something that's interesting that might appeal to you. So anyway, thank you for tuning in, and let's get on with it. Okay, so before I start, we have some big news. We got a cart. Yeah, this was just way too much stuff to have to carry one thing at a time, and I already started moving some of the Love Live stuff, and it was taking far too long, so now we have a cart. Don't really know what I'm going to do with it after I get done, but, you know, we have a cart now. So anyway, I'll be back. Like, look how handy that is. That's so much better. So much better. Okay, so here's our newest problem. This is where I'm going to put the Love Live stuff. Starting over there, working our way around. Now, there are currently 5 groups. We can only expect there to end up being a 6th at some point. So, technically 6 if you include the musical. But, anyway, what the problem is that we have to figure out how we want to, like, display these. Now, one idea is kind of what I have showing you here. And this is just them being thrown there just as a way to show you. But, this would be to where I do not care about groups, and I just put them all kind of together. So as you can see, we got Nijigasaki down here, Muse up there. That's fine, and it works. However, if you do that, it kind of also, you have to worry about like these, like where are you going to put those? Because they don't really work with any of those. And then like these up here are the like scale figures, which we have, you know, some more of them over here, to where we can like put the, you know, those there. I know I zoomed in on her chest there, but I not ignore that. But anyway, so like where do I put them? Because like we have more of those. We have the Dreamer ones. We have the Water Blue World thing. We have the Saint Snow ones, and then we have the Yohane ones, which our hair thing just fell off. But we have so many different things, and it's like, well, where am I going to put them? Because I want them to look good, but I also want to kind of give each idol their own little spot. So I'm in a bind here, and I am very, like, split on how I should do this. Don't really know, to be honest. By the way, Miku is just hanging out there right now. She's not going to stay there, but anyway. I'm going to try a few different things, then I'll be back whenever I kind of figure something out. Okay, so another update. So we have moved quite a bit in here now. We have a lot and a ton of stuff down there, but we'll get to that here in a minute. But for first off, what I've done is I am going to end up putting another shelf like here because I think that'll just look better. And what I can do then is I can put these scale figures in the front, and then I can put some of the prize figures in the back because they'll be like there. And I think that'll look pretty good. So we'll do that. So I've just put a few series back there that I know the figures aren't that tall. So they'll be on the back shelf, as well as some Nindroids there. I got the Konosuba there, which I'm gonna have spanning 2 shelves. So the Mega Man will be down here, and then I'll also have those up top. I just went ahead and put these here. Probably the same as that. It'll take up 2 shelves because I intend to get a lot for that. Same with Freerin, same with Bochi. Now all this can be moved, it's just where I am thinking they'll go. Now down here is a bunch of Nindroids that they are either only Nindroids in the set or there's only one thing in them. So like this is the only thing from Bubble that I have. So this is the only, like, she'll just go by herself somewhere. Back here, the Non-Non Baiori set, that's all that I have from that series, so I'm just putting it there for now. And then just a few acrylic stands there, and then Kubo's hanging out there. But just a few things here and there. For now, I have put the Cyberpunk things here, but I think I'm gonna move them because I have a few posters of them. So I think I'm gonna move them somewhere else, but I haven't decided for sure on them yet. Now, over here, I have decided, because this is my like bunny wall, or freeing wall really, because Lum kind of broke that. But what I'm gonna do is I'm going to just continue that down here. And the next one that I have coming is Nagatoro, which will go right there. And then the next one actually won't be until January, or actually it might be February, and it's the Licorice Recoil set. So I'm going to just put Licorice Recoil there because they'll be the next ones to get bunnies. The next one will be Shikamori and Shikimori, yeah. And then Sayu and then Yamada. So those are the next few bunnies, and those like go up to like April of next year. So this shelf won't be filled up for quite a while, but I'm kind of fine with that. It gives me some space. It doesn't make it look crowded. And it, you know, might look a little bit empty for a while, but I doubt it'll stay that way for long. Now, this is the big thing, the Love Live shelf. So this is what we got right now. And obviously you can tell it's kind of crowded. So the only shelf that I have, like, I'm pretty much set on how I want it, is this shelf. I really like this. I think it turned out well. I got Muse on this side, and then I got Aqua's down here, and I just put the Yohane stuff down there at the end, and I think that turned out pretty well, because you can kind of see everything. I only have a prize figure for each girl once, and then I have these smaller prize figures, so it kind of works out pretty well. And then all the Nindroids down here looks pretty nice, and I'm pretty happy with it. And we're getting a Nindroid of Yohane, so we can put that right here in the front. So besides that, what I've thought is, because I have some scale figures of the Love Live people, and so what I'm thinking is I'm going to put them up here, and I'm just going to continue to work my way down this thing. So as you can see, I have 4 Muse, 2 Aquas, 2 Nijigasaki. I also have you that I need to unbox, and then Kanan down here for Superstar. Now, I think I'm gonna put Nijigasaki and Superstar, or Liela, and then Hasuna Sora down here. Now, what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put not one shelf here, but 2. I'm gonna put one like right behind their head, and then another one up high. And the reason for that is simply because I don't have a lot of figures for them. Like I do for Superstar, I have a few, but it's only the main 5. But besides that, like all of the figures for Nijigasaki are just these. That's all that I have. And then I have some acrylic stands. So I don't really want to waste a lot of room on just acrylic stands. So I don't mind them kind of being stacked back to back. And then with Hasuna Sora, that's all I have right now. So I think this is a good setup. Like obviously right now it's just all put there. And I think what I'll actually end up doing is leaving Miku right where she's at, because it kind of works there and it's kind of a good barrier. Now, what I might do, now I haven't decided for sure, Miku might go right here on a 5 tall bookshelf we'll put on the end here. Now, I haven't decided for sure if I'm going to do that or not, but it's a possibility. So we'll put that there. But that's on the back burner for now. The main goal is getting everything in here, and we're working on that slowly but steady. The cart has came in handy. It has came in very handy. So we're gonna keep going. I'll be back for another update. We're probably got a few more loads to do before we start getting into like manga and Blu-ray. I know we got to get K-On! In here, which I think I'm gonna put that over there by Wataten and Oshinoko. And then a few others that I have to make a spot for. And then hopefully I'll get the shelves here in a few days and can kind of work with that to kind of make it look more finalized. Oh, and then one more thing before I move on to the next part. This is where I'm going to put the Bunny Girl stuff. You can see there, I've talked about this in a previous part. Runner Girlfriend's up there. And then also down here, it was too much to put on one shelf. So, Chizuru will end up filling this shelf up pretty quickly, I would imagine. But there's not a ton of Ruka, Sumi, and Mommy stuff, especially big stuff. Like acrylic stands don't take up that much room. But the figures do. And there's not a lot of figures coming out about them, very often. So what I thought was that I would move all the Rascals Not Bunny Girl Senpai down here. And the reason why I decided to put it here over like the other shelf is because there is going to be a big quarter scale figure that is on its way right now, and it'll look great back there. Hopefully, crush fingers, it's not as tall as like Komi, because I don't know if that would fit there. Hopefully it does, but we'll have to find out. But anyway, that's for another day. For now, I am pretty satisfied with how this has turned out, and then I'll probably come back for 1 or 2 more updates this video, and then we'll see where we go from there. All right, I'll be back in a minute. Okay, so we're back once again. We have made a little bit more progress. I have put my teen romantic comedy Snafu down here, Is the Order Rabbit, and then Spy Family with the really bad Yor there. This shelf here, I'm pretty happy with. Like, I don't think, obviously not the plushies, but I think I'm happy with how this turned out. Like, I don't think I'm going to change this really at all. This is probably how it's just going to look. However, over here, it has turned out to be a bit more crowded than I expected. Which, there's going to be work done to it. Like, this is not what it's going to look like. This, obviously, we're going to do stuff too. Now, I have moved some of the manga in here, and the reason why is because I'm going to have to put the 5 shelf bookshelf thing right there, because the quintuplets are going to go right there. Now, the thing is, though, is I don't want to bring the quintuplets in here if I don't have anywhere to put them, because I wanted to take them off the cart and put them on the shelf. So I needed to empty a shelf, which the manga was on. So I went ahead and emptied a few shelves, which let's go look at that now. Okay, so this room now looks completely different than what it did before. Obviously all the Love Live is gone except for the plushies. The manga's gone from back there. All the figures are gone. And then the manga's gone all the way up to there. Now we do have more manga to go. But for the most part, it's mostly gone. So what we're going to do is we're going to take one of these 2 shelves. Now, why we're going to take these 2 and not just get new ones is because all my stickers are on the side of here. And I don't really want to lose them. So we're going to be moving those in there. We have this one as well. And then this one. So we're going to be taking those, moving them into the big room. And then we also, this is not like a today thing. It'll be in a future update, but we got to find somewhere to put the guitar. the Chisato outfit, the skateboards, the record, and then obviously all the artwork we need to find somewhere for. Now, we also, probably not in this part, probably in the next part, we're going to actually take these shelves right here. We're going to take those and we're going to move them in there. But that'll be a future update. So for now, I think we're making good progress. I'll update you guys here in a minute. One more issue that I forgot to address before I go. So obviously, like right here, this is from there, the door over to here, we have some space. And what makes this spot kind of important is this thing has to stay there. That is what my receiver hooks up to, that hooks up to my projector and everything. So to get my Switch and the PlayStation to run on the projector, I have to have it over here because it goes into the wall right here. However, I would like to bring my desk in here and have the desk facing that way. So to do that, I would have to put it like way out here. And if I do that, it kind of messes up this. So either we're gonna do that, or we run because I'd also like to make it to where I could put my computer on the projector if I needed to. So another option would be to run a cord, like an HDMI cord, over and then along that frame of that door, and then put it over there. Ignore the Christmas tree. But put it on that side of the door, because there's a lot more room over there. There's not one of these in the way, and I think it might just look better. And then, as you can see, a lot more Star Wars stuff to go. But anyway, that's kind of a roadblock. I mean, obviously, it would be nice to put it here, but I just don't think there's enough room for it to not be very, very crowded. So anyway, another thing, another day that we'll have to address that, but I don't think it'll definitely not be in this part. It'll be in a future part, but anyway, that's something else we have to address at some point. Okay, so this is the update for the end of the third video. This is the third video in the series that we've done so far. I am thinking we're making some pretty good progress so far. The next plan into the progress here is to get all of the Attack on Titan stuff gone, because the Funko Pops are still there. The Demon Slayer stuff is still there. And then we're going to take all that out of here. We're going to get Nezuko out of here. We're going to get some of the shelves out of here, like I mentioned before. And then we're going to leave the desk for now, because I still need my computer and everything here. But what we're going to do is we're going to start moving some Star Wars stuff in here, because we need to make some room for the desk for other things to go in there, because I am going to be trying to do all the Star Wars stuff and organize it, not necessarily as quickly as I'm going to try to get the anime room back up and going. So we're going to try to get everything in here, and then everything in here. So it's a process, but I think we're making some good progress. As for what if any updates for this, next week's video might not happen. I am going to be out of town this week, and then the medical thing will be the next week. So probably only enough content for one update. Not next weekend, but the following weekend. If that's the case, you just won't see a video, but it'll be up the next Sunday. So hopefully, my plan is to still have this done, or at least the anime room part done by November. I think that's possible, but we'll see. I think we could at least have everything in there, and maybe still need to organize a few things, but I think for the most part, we can get that goal done. So anyway, that is it for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any suggestions on how I should do anything, I know I mentioned a few questions for you in that video, so go ahead and answer those if you'd like to. Anyway, that'll be all for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you guys next time. Bye.